call the red light camera enforcement program. That contract would come up for renewals. We have to give them notice one way or the other whether we're going to do that. There has been, since the time of that contract and consideration, a petition filed with the city secretary by which the people on that petition have requested a amendment to the city charter, which would in effect prohibit red light camera systems in the city. The city secretary at this time, as I understand, has not completed her review of the signatures as to whether they are in the city, whether they aren't in the city. And so, given the fact that that petition is pending, my recommendation to the council for your consideration would be, if you choose to extend or renew the contract, you do it subject to the petition for that's pending before the city council, and we announce that to the ATS people.
Any questions? No questions, that a motion?
I have a question, Larry.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, Larry, I apologize. Can we just table this till we get verification of the,
Well, we're running out of time it automatically renews if we don't take any action tonight, as I understand it. So I think you have to take some action. My concern is there is a petition that's been submitted to the city. So my suggestion is if this council is inclined to renew the petition or renew the contract, it be subject to, and the minutes reflect that it's subject to an amendment that would allow the city an opportunity to suspend action or terminate action in the event that the petition is adequate, and there happens to be, if the law provides for the election, we'll honor that. I don't know if I've made myself clear, but I've attempted to.
not at all.
Any other questions?
I think I understand what Larry's saying pretty well.
Good.
I have one thing that I've been kind of unclear on, is I've gone to several workshops and talked about fines or collected, when an officer writes a fine out, that a lot of that money goes to the state, and so little, I don't know if it's a traffic violation, but I've heard like 10% comes back to the city, and the state gets most of it. So my question is, how is it that this red light rule, that some outside service that came in that sold us on the cameras, they put that in, they get a big chunk of that money, and then I'm not so sure on how much, if any, goes to the state and how much goes to the city. I'm not clear on those figures.
I think your city secretary could answer that for you.
Yeah, the revenue that comes in after we deduct all the expenses for the red light, for the cameras, for the fees and the administration costs and that sort of thing, the balance of it is 50-50. 50% goes to the state and the city keeps 50%.
Well, why is that so much higher than what we hear about the other violations, where claims are we only get like 10%?
Well, that's the state law. This legislature has enacted the law. We're just following the law. They have used, traditionally, they have used the cities as a revenue collector for state coffers.
So they're not getting a big cut of this.
Well,
They're
we
getting
get 50% after
expenses.
expenses. Yeah.
Okay. Any other questions? Is there a motion?
I make a motion to renew the contract with American Traffic Solutions.
Subject to that limitation that I talked about, subject to the petition.
Is there a second? We have a motion by Councilwoman Young Hector and a second by Councilman Lovelady to renew the contract with ATS subject to the provision. Any more discussion? All in favor of the motion? Two in favor, all opposed?
Hey, let's, there's somebody that's got.
Abstentions? One abstain, the motion carries 2-1 with one abstaining. Next. Next item on the agenda is consider and take action on the resolution approving the review of the City of Willis investment policy and designating chief financial officer.
Mayor and council, once a year, we bring this to the attention of the council. We do have a solid financial policy that is being written by the auditors on a yearly basis.
We're exiting.